Hey there! Today I am building a new raised bed in my kitchen garden area. I have an 8-in-1 Birdies raised bed. You've seen it in my main garden, but this is going to be a little bit different because the benefit to this 8-in-1 raised bed is that you can make it different configurations. And for this space that I am using this raised bed in this time, I want a longer configuration, and hopefully this will be exactly what this space needs. I'm going to be putting this bed together on the concrete. It's just easier that way. And the great thing about the Birdies raised bed is that it's so light that wherever you assemble it, it's really easy to be able to get to where you need it. Sometimes I can do it by myself, but it's always useful to have a helper. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is separate the pieces. So these are going to be the corners, and then instructions. And then this will go on the lip of the top when we're done. And here's all the hardware. And finally, we have the straight pieces. What I like to do first is I like to take the instructions and lay out all the pieces the way that I want them to be on the concrete, and then I'm able to go back in and I'm able to assemble them all after I know where everything's going to go. That will also help me to make sure that the dimension I think that I want for my bed is actually the dimension that I do want for my bed. All right, that looks good. I'll probably do a little bit more adjusting on the location, but I love that. I love the long bed right here against the deck. And you may be wondering, why am I getting rid of the layers of grow bags that I had over here from last year? Why would I want to replace that? Well, there's a very good reason, and the summer of 2022 with the heat is why. Like many parts of the country, we experienced extreme heat during the summer, and then we didn't have rain, which is actually not that common here in Arkansas. So we went about 7 weeks without rain and lots of days above 100 with heat index over like 105, 110. It was just a prolonged period of heat. And what I ended up having to do, because I normally will hand water my grow bags, which you saw in this video we'll share, I just got tired of doing it, quite frankly. I got tired of watering the grow bags once, maybe twice a day, just to keep these plants alive. And I just decided I don't want to spend my whole summer watering a dozen grow bags. Another thing that I realized as I was watching my plants grow throughout the season is that even though they were very healthy at the beginning of the season, as the season wore on, I noticed especially the tomatoes, they just weren't doing well. And I feel like overall they were outgrowing the grow bags. I could decide to do a larger grow bag. The one that I was growing in, they were like 7 gallons. So I could do like, you know, a 15-gallon or a 10-gallon or something like that. But I thought, you know, I like raised beds so much, and I have such good results with great raised beds, especially compared to the containers, that I was looking at the space and I remembered that this Birdies 8-in-1 raised bed could go to this dimension where it was long and narrow. And I thought, I could save so much headache by just doing a raised bed here instead of a line of containers. And hopefully next year I'll be able to get healthier tomatoes and healthier other summer crops especially. And I'm doing it now because even though it's actually kind of hot out here, it is late fall. We are in November, and we tend to get pretty sunny days occasionally in November and December, and that's really a great time for garden projects. So anytime I want to add a raised bed or anything like that, usually I try to do it in November or December. And so that's what I was able to do today during the slower time of the garden season and enjoy some beautiful sunshine. want more information on some different tasks that you can be doing based on this season, I'll link a free download that I have called the Seasonal Task List for Any Zone guide that'll give you some ideas of what you might be able to be doing on a sunny day in the fall or winter to get ready for next season's garden. And if you're interested in how I'm going to fill this raised bed, then check out this video where I show you how I filled my other Birdies raised bed in my main garden. And I'm pretty much going to be using the same method because that one is tried and true. It works every time, and I have time to do it in the fall to get ready to plant in the early spring. If you liked this video and you like more of them, make sure and like and subscribe, and I will see you next week on another new episode.